Boom! Oh, another touchdown.
All right, can we get back to this?
Please, let's go back to the holy text.
All right, back to...
I was just curious what the Satan was doing in this world, and I saw
the Satan works for God. He's got an
MTV.
office in God's heavens. He's got an office. God tells him what to do, and he does it. God says, "Hey, I need you to make some phone calls today. I need you to call. I need you to call Levi and have him put on his computer this chick, because they're going to be teaching heavy duty Torah, and I got a lot of people watching, and I need to distract them."
Yeah. Yeah.
And Satan said, "I'm on it." So MTV MTV works for the Satan. Satan controls MTV. Go ahead.
So Jacob gives Esau a lot of gifts, and there's no mention of reciprocity in the text of Esau giving Jacob any gifts. That's because both parties know this is the settling of an old score. This isn't like, oh, Levi gives to Rabs, therefore Rabs must give to Levi. But this is just Jacob gives to Esau. Esau doesn't give anything back but a peck on the cheek.
Well, he's not going to kill him.
Yeah, that's the gift.
Right. If you watch mafia movies, this makes sense. Now you know where they get it from.
So let's talk about the rape of Dina.
Dina was not raped.
Do you have anything more on Jacob and Esau, or can we get to the rape of Dina?
Just that Jacob, when Esau says, "That's enough, I don't need anything," Yaakov was trying to offer Esau a bracha. He was trying to give him a blessing, right? And Esau said, "I don't need it, I'm good." And when he said that, if you read between the lines, what he's really saying, according to Rashi, is, I can see now that God is with you because you defeated my guardian angel. God is with you. You can have the birthright and the Jewish people can come from you. I wanted it for myself. Bless you. I thought that you had stolen what belonged to me, but you know what? The whole thing is settled. You're good with it. I see God's on your side, and I'm not gonna bother you anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
That's what Esau's basically saying. I don't need your blessing. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get.
I thought you just told us you don't jack off.
They get the back thumb. How am I supposed to get told a commentary?
This is like, awkward me sitting here while you're jacking off.
You never complained before.
Okay. All right. So now you said the next thing was Dina. Dina was not raped. Can I saw that all over your website. You went on and on. Oh, look, Dina got raped and it's sex and it's sex. Can I verify this?
Please.
Dina was not raped. It was a gross mistranslation of a particular word.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's say she was violated, and also the wording is wrong because it's in the wrong order. Because if it was raped, she would have been raped, and all these things happened. It doesn't say that. It says that she had sex with him, and he was yanaha. In other words, he violated her. Meaning, first he did it with her kedarcha. Rashi says they did it vaginally, and then they had anal. That's what happened. Violated her there does not mean raped. It means they did it in
anal.
They did it in the not.
Poor Dina.
They did it in a non.
She got sodomized.
She was sodomized. They did it in a non-natural way, which is anal. They did it, so she's a three-holer, is what she is. She was not raped. She's a willing participant. She's a three-holer.
Okay, so
let's flush out the rape business. It doesn't even fit the rape.
Was she saying no?
No, she was willing. She was into this guy.
But she was like only 12 or 13 years of age.
It's got nothing to do with it. She's into this guy. The guy seduced her. This is what he said. He said, "Your father just spent a fortune on a crappy piece of land here in the middle of nowhere, right? Because he just handed over all this money, all these goods, right?" He said, he paid a price that's way over the top of how much this is worth. Rashi brings this down. It's in the Gemara. It's in the Medrash. Why are you sticking with your father? Your father is telling you what to do, right? You're sticking with him. This is a guy with no seichel. This is a guy with no brains. He just spent $1 billion of money, for like some dive in the middle of Harlem. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Stick with me. I'm going to open up my own restaurant. I'm going to make like a real living, and I can take care of you. And she's like, hey, this, he smooth talked the chick, right? It's like, hey, and she fell for him, and they did it. And then, she was so into him, she let him do him anally. So that's the whole Parsha. There's no rape here. Rape. And then you did like a whole thing on your thing. Was a rape. I don't know where you got that from. There's no rape. Pardon me.
Last time you get to drink soda pop on Torah Talk.
Sorry. So that's it. Now, you can say whatever you want, but she was not raped.
So, I have this friend, and...
Are you still going to talk about rape?
Yeah.
There's no rape in this Parsha!
Well, my friend didn't live in the Parsha time.
Okay.
So she was dating this guy.
You just so badly want to talk about something. I just
and so they both,
obsoleted.
They both got naked together in a bed, but she didn't want to have sex.
Oh, she's like Christine O'Donnell.
So, yeah, so...
Did you read that in a copy?
Yeah,
okay.
I read that.
Okay, of course you did.
And so the guy had vaginal sex with her against her consent, and she was like complaining afterwards. And so he said, oh, let me make you feel better. And he had anal sex with her. And so...
What is so funny? Wait. You read something here.
No, it's nothing that I read. I'm just, like, this story just, like, blew my mind. Like, this woman thought she could just, like, lay there naked with the guy and he wouldn't try to have sex with her. And then his line, oh, let me make you feel better. I think there's a point to this, but I've kind of...
You don't even know why you brought it up.
And so this particular girl, she got raped a lot, and it was never by me. I've never met her. She was breaking up with a boyfriend. Like, he'd come over to pick up some stuff. They'd broken up, and so he said, like, let me give you a hug.
Okay.
They're breaking up, so they gave her a hug, and then he raped her. And
date rape. It's date rape.
Yeah, so she was always getting raped. So if you notice that all the things that we used to enjoy doing at college are now felonies, like date rape.
It wasn't a felony before?
I didn't know. I had a friend who went to college in the early 70s, and he recently reconnected with some woman that he'd gone to college with, and she accused him of date rape, and he said to me, have you noticed that all the things we used to enjoy doing in college?
You just can't
felonies.
do these things anymore.
Yeah.
You can't have a good time.
Right.
Well, what fun is it if you go out with a woman and you can't, force her into
So do you think
population?
Rape is natural, or do you think it's produced by pornography?
Well, I don't know, but it has nothing to do with this week's Parsha. I know that.
It certainly does.
Where do you see any rape in this week's Parsha? It doesn't.
What are the 4 verbs? He sees her, he takes her,
show me what.
he
Show
lays
me what
with her.
Show me that pasuk.
Chapter 34, verse 2.
Let me
And
have time to get
her.
there. Let me have time to get there. This is what drives me crazy. Okay. 2. He saw her. Shem saw her.
He took her.
The son of the donkey.
Son of Hamor.
Yeah, the Chivi. He was the Nasi of the land. And Yikach Oisa. He took her. Right? He took her. It doesn't say like he raped her there. First of all, he
laid
took her.
with her.
He laid with her, and he laid with her. Okay, it means he has.
And he violated her. He oppressed her. He tortured her.
He violated her in the anus. That's what happened. That's the only violation, because first time he comes to her, we don't see anything about anything bad. V'yikach, no problem. V'yishkav, he laid down with her, no problem. The only problem is later, if the pasuk had stopped there, that means he came to her, he took her, and he had sex. There's no rape. There's no problem. What happened after they had sex? There's a problem, and that's what Rashi explains. And the Medrash says clear. Vayanea means that he did it with her.
Do you think he did all this because he'd just been looking at pornography?
He was probably watching those football games. I'm telling
Do you think he'd been watching the Lingerie Football League?
That's what I'm thinking.
And that's why.
Yeah, look, can you read it in Hebrew? It's right here. Vayishkav osa kadarka. They did it kadarka. Mm-hmm. He slept with her vaginally. V'ya'anea shalo kadarka. That means that not the vaginal way. That means anal. Every time you see that in Torah, it always means lo kadarka means anally.